Hello, welcome to August 2025. My name is Lynette. I'm reading in the Learning by Design section of the Love Exquisite Magazine, which you can access for free online at loveexquisitellc.com. These are unedited, y'all. So bear with me as I get through the article titled Learning from Life Decisions, something that we all have to do. Learn from life decisions. Life is full of decisions, big and small, and not every choice will lead us exactly where we want to be or expect. But that's the beauty of life. Each decision is either a lesson or a blessing. No matter what, we will have learned something along the way, or we should have learned something along the way. Whether our life decisions feel right or wrong at the time, they offer us a lesson that shapes who we become. It's in the missteps and the successes that we learn the most about ourselves and the world around us. Happy anniversary to the magazine as well. So, whoop, whoop, this is our 6th year. So, happy 6-year anniversary. You must know that through it all, bear with me, y'all. Again, these are unedited, and somebody don't want you to hear this word, but continue to listen to it anyway. It's important because we have to learn from our life decisions. So you must know that through it all, you are not your biggest mistake. And that's the most important thing that somebody didn't want you to hear, but I hope you're still listening. You are not your biggest mistake. Y'all hear me? You are not your biggest mistake. Unless, I always got an unless in there. Unless you continually to repeat the mistakes. At that point, they're not mistakes if you continue to repeat them. But if you try to do better after you make a mistake and you do actually do better and you don't make the same mistakes, then you're not your biggest mistake. So give yourself that grace. You have overcome idiocracy. Oh. Anyway, back to the article. So you should be learning from your mistakes so that you do not repeat them. Life is about making the right decisions. The right thing to do is not always easy and it's not always fun, but it's necessary. So we have to learn the difference between instant and delayed gratification. Instant gratification usually doesn't last very long. Delayed gratification helps us appreciate and understand how our decisions matter more than we think. I wrote a book about it. Ardent Grandeur is out there on Amazon, Lulu, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Target.com, you name it. You Google it, Ardent Grandeur, ARDENTGRANDEUR, Ardent Grandeur by Lynette Clement. So back to the article. It's about making life decisions. I'm having my own little personal summer, so bear with me, y'all. Sometimes it just happens. So sometimes we get caught up in the idea of perfection, which y'all see I'm not caught up in it because I'm sweating and I'm letting y'all see it all unfold. So I'm not into perfection. It doesn't exist. So sometimes we get caught up in the idea of perfection, of making the right decisions all the time, every time, which is sometimes not realistic. So the truth is we are human, and that's why it's not always realistic, because we're human and we do make mistakes. We have to give ourselves grace. I always say that. If your mistakes are habitual, it's actually not a mistake at that point at all. It's an intentional malice. It's intentionally inflicting wounds when you keep doing the same things over and over and over and over again. And it is having an effect on the people that you're doing it to. Those are intentional things. They're not mistakes. So you got to be mindful of what you label a mistake. So mistakes are not habitual. They're things that you do. Oops, I didn't know, or whatever. It wasn't intentional, whatever the situation is. Would you do it again? Oh, yes, it was. So, no, there's no one size fits all approach to life or the answers to life. There's no one size fits all. The key is to approach each decision that you make with good intention. That's the key. Good intention. Learn from the experience and grow stronger from it. If you continue to do the wrong things with your life, you will, and I repeat, you will eventually self-destruct. Mark my words. Mistakes are a part of life's journey, but they're not the end of life. So even if you make a mistake, you can try again, you can do it again and not do the mistake again, but you can do better the next time. So you can begin by making the right decisions. You can be better. You can be, yes, you can be a better person. You just have to want to be a better person. You have to want to make better choices. And then you have to take the actions towards making better decisions. Take time to reflect on your decisions, but don't dwell on your past. Every choice, whether it leads to success or failure, it teaches us a lesson, and that is a part of your story. It's all a part of your story. So embrace the process of learning, because every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. So ask yourself this. What have you learned from your life decisions? The decisions that you've made, the mistakes that you've made, what did you learn from them? There's no time like the present to make progress to being and doing better today. There is both good and evil spirits amongst us, around us, within us. It's both good and evil things. And whichever one you choose to feed, because you are the driving force of the choices that you make. You choose whichever one you feed the most. And with whichever spirit you feed the most is the one that truly controls you. So when are you going to make better life decisions? The time to do it is now.